Ek sê teen Ludik, baie welkom by hierdie episode van Fietsfiks, waarin ons gaan fokus op voeding saam met Debbie Nathan en ons toets die plus bikes. Debbie, great to be talking to you again. We're talking nutrition and we got a product here named Sponsor. Tell me about Sponsor.
Sponsor is an interesting brand. It's a Swiss brand, mostly dedicated, I would say, to endurance and super endurance. So it's a big brand in Europe. We bring it in from Switzerland. It's for epic stage racing in particular, and Ironman distance events, wherever you really have got a long way to go, and often multi-day and certainly multi-hours.
Well, let's talk a bit about the Epic, because most of the winning sides were using Sponsor, so it is a very pro-level brand.
Absolutely. Certainly Nino Schurter, Christoph Sauser, S02, to name a few top riders, were using a Sponsor. But then again, you would have found a lot of the field would have used it as well. It wouldn't be that just because you're finishing in the top 20, it's available for everybody to use.
How's this going to work for me as a weekend rider?
Well, this one in particular, called Long Energy, nice and self-explanatory, would be, you wouldn't necessarily use this if you were going out for 2 hours, but if you are really going out for a long ride, run, cycle, whatever on the weekend, this would benefit you because it delivers a really nice amount of carbohydrates, which is what you need to keep going and going for hours. It also has an interesting ingredient called Peptide Pro, which adds amino acids and peptides that are broken down and easily digestible. So it's not like you're putting a heavy meal into yourself, which is going to take hours to digest. So hopefully it leaves your stomach quickly and gets to your legs. That being said, it will benefit your recovery as well. So not just while you're riding, helping with muscle fatigue and things like that, but it leaves you less depleted by the end of your ride. So your recovery should not be as traumatic as it can be.
I think that less depleted sounds very good to me as well from a weekend rider perspective. Yes. The other thing I want to focus on, we are nearing the colder months of the year. Now, what usually happens with a lot of people, me included, is with the change of season, you do tend to get the flu, and which to me means you need to boost your immune system, right? But every year I get it wrong. What am I doing wrong, and what should I be doing to boost my immune system? And is there something in this range I can use?
Well, your immune system is a really complex system. It's a lot to do with your gut microbiota. It's not just the fact that there are seasonal bugs going around. Sometimes we cannot avoid them. That's what happens. A good idea would be wash your hands a lot. Don't shake hands with someone who's just sneezed into their hand. You'll find a lot of pros going into the race won't shake hands and won't kiss anybody hello. So there are bugs and viruses that are seasonal. Your immune system, as your training level increases, actually, that's often when your immune system takes a bit of a crashing. L-glutamine, which is a product which will be in most recovery drinks, certainly in this one, or can be taken separately, will help with your immune system. Overcompensating with megadoses of vitamins is often fairly toxic for humans. So the idea that more is better is often not the case. There are certain levels that vitamins will be absorbed. After that, it's not bioavailable. You then have to digest it through a gut, through a stomach, which is complex. It's got to go through a bloodstream. So it's not a direct transport from placing multivitamins in your mouth and expecting them to go directly to these tissues, do their job. It's just not how a human body works. The best way to do that, to bump up your immune system, is to actually eat properly. There's no quick fix. There's no mega boosting with vitamins that will actually guard you against it. It's not how we work. So I would go fruit and vegetables, top of the list. As many as you can fit in a day. That 5 a day has now been increased to about 9 a day. So there's some people who, at best, trying hard, get 3 a day. And now it's gone to 9 a day to show that there's actually got to be a benefit.
I love cycling in the morning, and in the morning it tends to get colder as well, which means I do have my coffee before I ride. Is that a good idea, to have a bit of caffeine before I ride?
A great one for saying coffee in the morning, but then it does depend individually. There's some people who caffeine is actually quite harmful too. So usually, if it makes you feel not good, you're not going to have it. But yes, cup of coffee, or we use these little monsters called Activator. We do have quite a few addicts on our lists. And this is a different way. This would be caffeine loading, where you would load caffeine into your body 30 to 60 minutes before the start. So even a cup of coffee does that trick. But this is in a bigger dose. So this is a 200 milligram dose. So it's not to be used willy-nilly to climb the odd hill or to get you over that last bit. This is to be taken with the effect of it kicking in an hour later, and it should stay with you in your system for at least 2 hours, some people 3 hours, depending on how you actually metabolize caffeine.
How does the power gums work?
That's another way of getting caffeine in. So this will contain bits of energy, nice B vitamins, and smaller amounts of caffeine, so 15 milligrams per gum. And you would use those 1 hour just to keep your caffeine levels topped up and get you through those next hard, difficult stages.
Great, Debbie, I'm going to try all 3 of these anyway.
Okay.
But thank you for the advice, and also we will be talking in winter when the real cold hits us, and I think we're in for a tough one this season. But thank you for your time.
It's a pleasure. Thank you, Etienne.
Leon, dankie vir jou tyd. Ons gesels vandag 'n bietjie oor plasbikes en ons staan hier so by 'n pragtige skatbike. Vertel my eerstens, wat is 'n plasbike en hoe verskil dit van die res van die fietsse wat op die vloer is?
Okay, so die plasbike kry jy in die 27.5 inch wheel in plaas van die 29er. So 'n bietjie kleiner wiel, maar met die plus tyre maak dit dan die rol dieselfde as die 29. So jy het nog steeds dieselfde circumference. Die goeie ding van die plasbike is jy kan 'n laer banddruk hardloop. So as jy 'n laer banddruk kan hardloop, het jy meer grip omdat dit nou sagter tyre is. So vir lossand is dit baie beter.
Jy praat van lossand baie beter, maar kan hierdie ook gaan vir 'n padryer, iemand wat net gemaklik op die pad wil ry byvoorbeeld?
Op die pad kan dit werk, maar dis maar meer gemik vir hoe sal ek sê all mountain tipe ryery. So meer af op, nie eintlik 'n cross country bike nie.
Hierdie is nou spesifiek, dis 'n Scott wat ons hier so het. Wat kan jy my vertel van hierdie spesifieke Scott?
Okay, so dis die Scott 710 Spark. So dis heeltemal vir 2017 het hulle dit oorgedoen. Die shock het altyd hierso gesit. Hy sit nou daar. Die benefit daar is dit 'n smoother ride. Ja, ook hy het hubs wat plus is. So dis bietjie boost hubs noem ons dit. Hy's bietjie breër voor en agter en dan dit gee meer stabiliteit en hy het ook meer travel. So van daar tot daar is dit langer. Dit gee net meer confidence as jy afry. By afdraanders afry, drops probeer vat. Al baie met dit.
Jaco is buite op die trek en dis die lekker ding van Cycle Lab en Fourways. Jy kan die fietsse gaan toets daar. So hy het 2 fietsse byderhand. So kom ons gaan na hom toe en ons gaan kyk wat het hy daar.
Lekker is dit nou hier so in Johannesburg en Fourways waar ek nou by Cycle Lab lekker 2 fietsse toets vandag, 2 KTM's. Die eerste een wat ek aangevat het was die Aero Pro 2017 wat die hardtail is. Nou die voordeel van hierdie fiets wat ek sal sê is natuurlik dat hy so lekker lig is en dat jy lekker vinnig om die draai kan beweeg, maar dit is ook sy nadeel. Die ander ding is in terme van om te beweeg, het ek eenvoudig genoeg agtergekom dat dit heerlik is om die draai te beweeg as gevolg van die fiets wat ook so lig is. Ek gaan hierna gaan ek die plasbike probeer, ook van KTM, en dan gaan julle meer vertel van hom. Nou ja, die KTM wat ek nou getoets het, is heel wat anderste as die hardtail wat ek nou aangevat het. Hy is heel wat laer op die grond. Hierdie ene is 'n plasbike. Wat maak hom anderste as die ander fiets ek nou gery het, 'n 29 incher is? Eenvoudig genoeg is hy 27.5. Maar as gevolg van die speling van die wiel wat jy so het jy nog steeds dieselfde rotasie effek. Maar omdat hulle dit gedoen het moes hulle die fiets bietjie langer gemaak het. En vir daai rede is jy bietjie laer op die grond. So die negatiewe ding wat ek opgetel het terwyl ek gery het, was natuurlik dat ek raak aan die grond met my pedale. En dit maak dit baie moeilik om te ry.
Ons sit heel moontlik met 'n probleem. Ons moet gaan werk en Leon wil nie van die fiets af nie.